Um, what was I saying? Oh yeah, yeah. So I feel like the offer just needs to be simplified in the sense of what I was actually saying is where I'm at is I know that in-person events is going to be a game changer for me and what we're offering. I'm really enjoying speaking about personal branding. I really love speaking about personal branding because the problem is that I've seen with everybody is a lot of people are waking up now and they're like, well, I've got all of these gifts and I've got all of these talents. I don't want to just be the funny person. I don't want to just be a photographer. I don't want to just be a videographer. I don't want to just be a tech guy. I want to learn how to teach. I want to teach other people. I want to coach other people. And it's the problems that I faced when I was growing up, right? Even when I met you, it's like, okay, I can go viral. I'm great. I know how to speak on camera. I've got these skills. I've got these talents, but why am I not making money from it? And I don't also want to depend on brand deals. I want to control my own cash flow so that regardless of if the brand deals don't want to work with me for whatever the reason, it could be content, it could be I'm too brash or I'm too harsh with my content or they don't agree with it. I've got my own cash flow because I've got my own audience that actually messes with me for me. Do you know what I mean? So it's like I love talking about that, and I love how that goes into psychology. I love how I can easily tie the Bible into it. I also love like the encouragement. Like I don't know if you've seen the DMs recently, but there was one girl that I was speaking to, even though it's just for men, um, who was absolutely like shocked at the fact that I gave her that time. And for me, it's like all I did was sit down with you for a 10, 20 minute conversation. But for her, it's like she hasn't received that level of someone making her feel seen and safe and heard. Because we went into deep stuff. Like I ended up opening up about, as I usually do, talk about masturbation, pornography, what's it called, smoking weed. Because essentially her question was like, how can I talk about something that I actually struggle with? And it's like, I was making her realize that you don't understand that that's what actually qualifies you. I mean, the principle was there. The principle states that um, I qualify the called. I don't call the qualified. And that basically means that if you've never smoked weed in your life, if you've never been addicted to cigarettes, if you've never been a drunkard before or an alcoholic, shall I say, why should somebody who's an alcoholic listen to you? The very thing that qualifies you is your experience with that thing, right? So it's like the very thing that you struggle with is the very thing that God will call you to come and cause you to go and confront and speak about. And it's like just those little psychological kind of like, I don't want to say hooks, but those blockades that stop people from taking action boldly because they just don't feel qualified. Tying that back into a personal brand is absolutely dangerous because it's going to free a lot of people. And even now, you can just tell I'm getting passionate speaking about it. So I love the fitness, but it's weird because it's like I'm not going to teach you how to transform your body. I'm just going to say we're doing an event, we're doing a gym takeover. Let's link up and train. Does that make sense? But I've got a network of coaches who I can bring into the training sessions and be like, yeah, just be eyes on, right? Um, Same thing with confidence. I love talking about confidence. I tie it back into self-esteem. I tie it back into psychology. I tie it back into if you're not reading the Bible, you're not going to develop this kind of confidence because that's where it actually comes from. And it's not just the Bible. Overall as human beings. If you're not feeding your mind, you're not growing. Do you know what I mean? You have to constantly feed your mind, regardless of what it is. If you feed your mind with healthy stuff, you're going to have a healthy lifestyle, healthy mind. If you feed your mind with dirty, unclean stuff, same thing that's going to be produced. Out of the abundance of the heart does the mouth speak. So will you live your life? What you behold, you become. Like, I just love talking about this kind of stuff. I love interacting with people one to one. And I really feel like that's going to be the difference with all our with the coaching program, hands on. People are craving in the event that I went to on Saturday, Black in Sports. It was amazing. The event started at 9 a.m., bro. And you know how people are. Like 9 a.m. to about 4 p.m. 5, 6 p.m. people were still chilling after the event had finished. And um it's not like there was like proper food given out. Like there was a bit of Nando's or Wingstop, but it's like people weren't even eating like that. The food was done by about 3 p.m. People were genuinely talking, like genuinely networking, and you don't really see that these days, especially when people have followers and all that kind of stuff. people enter this ego state. None of that was there. And it's like, I can see this shift right now in humanity where it's like people are craving in-person events. People want to be with people. People want to live with people. I feel like we're still experiencing the, what's it called? The effects of COVID. I think we're really underestimating how much COVID has affected people. Social anxiety, depression, fear. Do you know what I mean? That girl literally in my DMs literally said to me, I went down the escalators and something in me was like, no, go back. Like I saw you walking past and I was like, no, I can't waste this opportunity. Like, why did she have to go all the way down? Do you know what I mean? Like, that's how powerful fear is, that it can take you out of a complete, it can take you from a location to another location. And if you don't kind of like wake up from that sleep or slumber, it can be dangerous because you can miss an opportunity. And that 40-minute or 30-minute conversation that I gave her time for absolutely changed her life. I mean, the messages are insane, bro. I was reading it last night and I was like, wow, how powerful are we as human beings? Like, just giving my time and a listening ear to someone has completely changed her outlook on life, to a point where she's saying she wants to be part of the team and she wants to help out with events and stuff. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, I just want that offer to be clear because that's where I come alive and I know I can do that. Do you know what I mean? It's like all of this other stuff of brotherhood and, you know, Bible study and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I like that, but like, do you know what I mean? Like, am I actually going to be excited to, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to promise that and not give it. Do you know what I mean?
So it's kind of so, because obviously, right, so right now we've got the whole pillars thing, and it all comes under the umbrella of confidence. But you're thinking clearly, okay, you like talking about confidence, and you like talking about personal branding. So it's how can we put them, like, how can we kind of almost make it clear that that's one specific offer? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like with William Brown, you know that, okay, William Brown, he's gonna come in. He has like what, 3 offers, I think. He has like DIY, do it for you, or DFY, they'll do it for you. It's just plug and play. You come in, and then you have the one where he consults you, and then you have the one where it's just you're in there. You have the courses, you watch the courses, and it's probably like one call a week. I just want one offer, and then maybe like one where it's like low ticket, but like, well, I don't. You said no. Let's not do a low ticket, but like just a one offer, and then just like the masterminds probably once a month. I mean, because we have the time. This is what I'm doing full time. Like, there's nothing else that I'm doing. Um, so yeah, that kind of vibe. That's basically what I'm looking for.
Cool, gotcha. Uh, I was thinking about that in terms of actually how we could actually position it. Because so also that means if you haven't shot the VSO, have you?
Mm-mm.
Cool.
I can shoot it now. I mean, like, I don't. Is this a bad location or view?
It's a common location, but that's what I'm saying. Because of what you said now, my thing is because the VSO is still all under the 4 pillars thing.
Yeah, I think this is where you and Faith should talk, because Faith has met me. Faith has known me longer, so it'll be great for him, maybe, because I think sometimes I might be like limited in how I might be relaying this to you. So I think maybe if you get it from fresh ears, maybe it'll be more condensed and straight, simple to the point. Because even now, when people ask me, okay, what do you do? I'm confident in what I'm saying, but I'm mumbling. It's almost like, oh, I help men build a personal brand. I help them get confident. I also help them with their fitness. I don't. What do you do?
Okay. Let me ask you this. This might make a call. What do you want to do?
I'm going to respond like this. The problem that I see, and a consistent thing that I see, is that men are lacking confidence. Men are lacking brotherhood. It's another great example. I literally had a 2-hour conversation in church on Sunday with a guy who the conversation got to a point where it's either he banged me in the face or he did what he did, which was get pissed off, get offended, go away, control his emotions, come back and be like, I'm not going to lie to you. I grew up in the ends, and the way you spoke to me, it was so mad, but I didn't know that I actually needed this. This is something I've been praying to God about. And it's like, you just came and slap bang, boom, 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 put it in my face. And I grew up in ends, and in the ends, that's a big violation to speak to a man like that. To a point where now he's got my number, now he's messaging me, now he's like, bro, like I'm genuinely like, it's crazy you did what you did, because I understand why you are the way you are now, and I didn't know I needed this, and men actually need more of this, and all of this kind of stuff. And this started from a conversation of the choir's crap, and we should be able to go and speak to the choir. And I kept on calling him out in the conversation. I said, "Oh, no, you're a coward. Oh, no, you're not on it. You're not on smoke. You're a coward. You say you're from the ends, but you can't go and tell your pastor that you're sitting under, who's giving you a word, that, oh, pastor, your preaching was off today, because you've glorified him in your mind, and you don't have that confidence in yourself, meaning that you're not actually reading the Bible, you don't have the boldness to actually speak." That's how the conversation started. And throughout the conversation, because there was a third party in the conversation, the third party kept on telling him, "No, you're wrong. Michael's like, you're wrong. You're wrong." And this person doesn't know me. And it got to a point where I was consistently beating at his ego before he finally relaxed and was like, yeah, like, I can't lie. I have a lot of ego. I have a lot of pride. Like, I was wrong. And it's like, this is what's kept me bound for a lot of time. And it's like, those are the kind of intense situations I love causing. And I loved it because it also showed my level of growth, because before I never knew how to handle conversations, right? I would think that when somebody's disagreeing with me, they're calling me dumb. So I'll start reacting rather than responding, forgetting that I'm dealing with mindset. So all of those kind of things, I call that combat training. I don't think combat training is just physical. Combat training, being able to be so confident and being well read and being well educated in self, right? And then also in the knowledge that you need to have to navigate conversations and understand what you're doing. Because imagine if I backed down and I was started feeling sorry, which is what a lot of people do, right? That's the world that we live in now. People would only probably give you the truth once, and even whilst they give you the truth, they will try and soften it rather than actually being able and being bold enough to offend you in order that you grow. Do you get what I'm trying to say? It's like he wasn't used to that. He hasn't got brothers around him who's doing that. So the brotherhood is guaranteed. It's guaranteed necessary. Like it's not even that it's just necessary. It's a must. Because I asked him, "Who do you have around you?" He said he's only got one guy, but it's not enough. And even that one guy wouldn't stick it on him the way I stuck it on him. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And it's almost like, it's weird for me because I didn't want to double down on it because I don't want to come across as a dad. But it's like the fatherlessness is what's caused this. And it's almost like when I look at things like my meaning, and I'm getting spiritual now, my last name is Abraham, father of many nations. And it's like, this is a role that I'm going to have to play. It's not a fatherhood role, but it's more so like older brother kind of vibe. Like, yo, stick it on you, somebody who's just gone further ahead of you. You're on level 1, I'm on level 2. I'm not above you, but I've traveled far further than you, kind of vibe. So I think the confidence comes from within me to double down in those positions without feeling like, because I had to check myself internally during that conversation of, am I being condescending, which is what people who are insecure normally try to throw at you, which can eat at your confidence. I'm like, no, bro, I'm not calling you stupid. I'm not calling you dumb. I'm telling you you're a coward because you've just admitted to me that in this situation, you wouldn't speak up when you know the truth. So I got really passionate there because I'm like, the world isn't a problem because there's evil people. And the evil people are not people who stab people, lie, steal. The evil people are those who know the truth and choose silence rather than actually speaking out. Especially if you're going to attach being a child of God in that as well. It's wrong. Do you know what I mean? And then the conversation after, the reconciliation was so beautiful because he actually admitted to himself right in front of me that I had to look at myself one day and be like, am I on what Charlie Kirk was on? Do I have that boldness? And I said to him, no, you don't. And these are the type of men that I'm trying to raise. And this ties straight back into why I called it the Lion Circle. It's not because of the nice logo. It's not because it sounds nice and it rolls off the tongue nice. It means the Lion of the tribe of Judah. If we're all reading the same Bible and the same laws and the same precepts and we're all eating from the same tree or same fruit, then there should be a level of boldness that we should have, even in our mistakes. So to answer your question, and I know that's such a long-winded question, I could talk for years, but bro, the problem I want to solve is men who have become soft and feminine. I want to get them back, give them back their identity, right? And give them, teach them how to be more confident. And also I want to teach them how to build personal brands. And I want to do in-person events. I want us to have more communion than anything. That's it. And I think what will happen in terms of the expansion is just more online courses, like for those people who are abroad will be able to tap in, live stream on those events, or they'll fly out, do you know what I mean? all that kind of stuff, like gym takeovers, brand sponsorships with brands that come in. That's what I'm really thinking, bro.
Nah, sounds good. And it's like I said, it's a good thing that we recorded this and we did on Fathom.
I swear down.
You know what I'm saying? So like, you basically given me everything I need, given Fathom everything we need. So even now when it comes to like, okay, let's make the actual offer that Michael wants and that he's confident about, we can brainstorm a bit more. So that's good. All right.
Yeah. Is there anything else? Like even working with you, bro. Like, I haven't actually voiced it, but it's like, bro, the short time I've worked with you, bro, you've taught me so much subliminally that you're not even aware of. Like, your ability to listen is ridiculous. Because I know there's so many things that come to your mind that you will probably want to question me on. I might just go on and start waffling. But it's like your ability to actually just wait. And I think that's what that woman, I know that's what I've learned from you subconsciously that had the effect on that woman that I spoke to on Saturday at that event, Black in Sport. Because she was going on for time and there was other people that were kind of like queuing up to speak to me. But I had to tell them, wait, I'm in the middle of something. Because you know, people just come into conversation and start introducing themselves. I'm like, no, hold on. First of all, she's a woman. You're a man. You should know that when a man's speaking to a woman, say hello and then let her finish. But I had to tell them to hold on. But she was talking for time. And the less mature me, time ago would have been like, get to the point. What do you need to say? But she didn't actually need the answers that I gave her. That's not what mattered. It wasn't about what she was saying. It was about, because the conversation pivoted, and I believe this is what came to my heart. I literally just asked her the question straight. Do you feel loved? It's not, I need to build a personal brand. It's not the marketing. It's, do you feel loved? Like, a lot of people don't feel like that. And if you don't feel loved, you don't feel worthy. And if you don't feel worthy, why do you feel like people are going to want your solutions that you're going to put out into the world? Why in the hell would somebody like that have confidence to put their ideas out in the world? This is going to be an absolutely amazing YouTube video, by the way. Absolutely amazing. But, do you know what I mean? It's like, the brotherhood is actually about the time that I'm going to give these people, the ears. And I learned that from you. Like, do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, you increased watching you and hear, even now. I'm just like, I now have the capacity to do what you're doing now because I've watched you, I pay attention to you, how you listen. And it's like, even when you respond, you respond directly in context of what I'm actually saying. You know, sometimes you say stuff to people and you're talking, and then when they respond, you're like, no, but that's not what I was saying though. Like, you weren't listening. You were just getting prepared to respond rather than actually listen. And then, I mean, you were getting ready to react rather than actually listen and respond. But yeah, like, more and more, bro, like more and more, the more time I spend with people, what I've noticed is humans have become robots and people don't actually have time for people. It's hi and bye. It's never, are you okay? No, but are you really okay? Right? And even pressing further and making people feel uncomfortable. Like, I know you're okay now. You've told me you're okay twice. I know you're not okay. I can see it in your demeanor. Because psychology, biology, physiology speaks. If your shoulders are hunched forward, it shows that, you know, you're feeling heavy, you're feeling depressed, you might not be happy. If you're walking and your head is held upright and you're walking with your chest out, it shows that you're confident, you're bold, you believe in yourself. So it's like, that is what I want to teach people, how to become humans. But essentially, that's what I'm literally doing, how to become humans again and be comfortable with being vulnerable. You know what I mean? If that conversation flipped when I was able to be open with that woman and tell her, like, the very thing I struggle with, is the very thing God has caused me to speak about. That's what makes me qualified. Smoking weed. I used to smoke weed. Masturbation, pornography. Those are things that have always been a theme in my life. Feeling lonely, feeling like I'm unworthy. That's what the whole brotherhood is based upon. If I didn't have that experience, I wouldn't be relevant to the same people who I'm called to lead. Moses is a great example. He grew up in Egypt. So he understands the king. He understood the culture. He understood the language of the very same people who were sent back to take out of Egypt. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, bro, that's what I'm confident in. The confidence, teaching them how to speak boldly. You know what I mean? Identity, developing a vision. What's it called? Gym takeovers, in-person events, all that kind of stuff. Like, that's where I'm at, bro. I think that's everything.
Gotcha. Fallon got that too, don't worry.
I'm trying to think what I should call this YouTube video though.
What's that, the way you're doing right now?
Yeah, 17 minutes, 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Maybe cut into parts.
Maybe the line circle behind the scenes.
Yeah, cool. Send them all. Yeah.
So, alright, bro. Obviously, send over what's it called, the YouTube video. I'm even gonna review the school and obviously really evaluate everything that you said and how we can put that into an offer. And obviously, once I think also, when I respond to Faith as well, that's another thing. Respond to Faith as well. Hopefully, he replies soon. So we can get started really.
Okay.
Because obviously, yesterday he did pretty much say that we need to move in a different direction. So I guess it's like, okay, number one, of what you want, like everything you now said to me, how is he going to take that as well? So
yeah,
that's another thing that take into consideration. So yeah,
cool.
That's it.
Send them all.
That call at 2:00. He hasn't confirmed. Obviously, you're seeing free right now. If you don't hop on, is what it is. Just cancel. Like, hop off the 105% the usual. But yeah. Also, do you want me to? We haven't got that many because obviously I only blocked this guy's from Ghana.
Nah, block it. Because
I can legit block all the. I know it sounds bad.
No, it's not bad, bro. Do it. I'm not gonna lie. Because what? They're gonna fly out? They're not gonna fly out when I'm doing the mastermind. Do you know what I mean? Like, let's keep it where we can control and where there's quality right now. Like, do you know what I mean? I think UK and Europe makes sense, bro. Yeah, man.
Cut that out.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be cut out, definitely. Oh my days, I forgot I was recording, you know. Yeah, that's definitely gonna be cut out, bro. Like, yeah, that's not happening.
That makes sense though. We'll see. I know where you take care, and I'll get back to you.
All right, send them all. Let's do that. I'll get that YouTube video sent over to you. I need to also speak to the editor as well, so we can get these videos edited and out there. I do have the capacity for 1 video a day. I just need to make sure I'm outside of the house in the mornings. That's it.
Yeah, bro. Even if you can do 2 a week or 3 a week, that's
2 to 3 a week. Yeah, I can do 2 to 3 a week. That's not a problem.
Yeah, and in a way that it doesn't feel like effort.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, you do have to do a thing, but you don't want it to become a thing that you can't be consistent with it.
That's the thing, yeah? Like, with me, like, once I have things scheduled, it's cool. But another thing is I have these sporadic moments where the ideas just start attacking me from all angles and I can just chop up 3 videos immediately. Do you know what I mean? Like, last night was one of those days I was just slapping out TikTok videos. Like, you will see it. It's like, it's weird. It's almost like, I don't want to call it ADHD, but it's like, it just comes and it's like, bow, 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 bow. I'm just slapping them all out. So that's my 2 to 3 videos a week. But there's days where I might be low on energy, which I've kind of fixed with electrolytes now, where it just comes out. So yeah, it's definitely doable. And with the new team that we have now, bro, like, genuinely, like, this is going to be a great month. Like, I can see it, I can feel it. Yeah, looking at very serious numbers here.
Yes, bro. All right, cool. All right, that's definitely the
Yeah.
That's it.
All right, cool. Let's do it.
All right,
Speak soon, bro. Love.